From Kern Government Television, welcome to this week's Kern County Board of Supervisors meeting. Originating from the Kern County Administrative Center, located at 1115 Truxtun Avenue in Bakersfield, California. Grounded in ideas, energy, and innovation, Kern County's vision is to be a driving force for the world's fifth largest economy, and our mission is to exceed expectations of the communities we serve, changing the way they feel about government, those who manage it, and the services it provides. Today's Board of Supervisors meeting will convene momentarily.
Board to reconvene. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Supervisor Peters?
Here.
Supervisor Perlier?
Here.
Supervisor Flores?
Here.
Supervisor Couch?
Here.
Supervisor Perez?
Okay, good afternoon and welcome to the Tuesday, February 10th, 2 p.m. meeting of the Kern County Board of Supervisors. We'll first hear from the County Counsel, Kendra Graham, for a report on action taken in closed session.
Good afternoon, thank you. This morning, following the AM agenda, your board heard items 30 through 34 in closed session. There were no reportable actions taken.
Thank you. Okay, our next item is consideration of the consent agenda. All items listed with the CA above the items are considered to be routine and non-controversial by county staff. Consent items will be considered first and may be approved by one motion. If members of the public wish to comment or ask questions regarding an item on the consent agenda, they may do so prior to a vote being taken. Members of the board may remove any item from the consent agenda and will be considered in listed sequence, with an opportunity for members of the public to address the board concerning the item before action is taken. Members of the public may also comment on closed session items. The consent agenda for this afternoon includes all items 3 through 20 on page 2 through 7, with the exception of item number 9 on page 4, which has been withdrawn by county staff and will not be heard today. Are there any members of the public that would like to speak regarding the closed session agenda, or excuse me, the consent agenda? Okay, seeing none, I'll bring it back to the board, and I would like to highlight, I believe it's item 13, and this was in response to a referral I made last year about getting a case management system for the Board of Supervisors, and this would help to kind of just keep track of requests that we get from constituents, different county issues, make sure that they're being followed and followed up on by county departments, and it just, I think, it's going to be a way to be a little bit more transparent and a little more responsive to issues for members of the public and make sure that we're staying on top of that. So I would like to thank CAO and all of our staff that worked on getting this program in place, and looking forward to getting it implemented.
Great. So, motion on consent?
Second.
Thank you. Please cast your votes.
The motion is approved. All ayes.
Okay, thank you. We will now consider item number 1, and that is public presentations. This portion of the meeting is reserved for persons to address the board on any matter not on the agenda, but under the jurisdiction of the board. Board members may respond briefly to statements made or questions posed, may ask questions for clarification, make referral to staff for factual information, or request staff to report back to the board at a later meeting. The board may also take action to direct staff to place a matter of business on a future agenda. Speakers are limited to 2 minutes. Please state and spell your name before making your presentation. Are there any members of the public that would like to comment on any item not on this agenda? Please come down to the podium. Thank you. And if other speakers would like to make their way down to the front row, we'll just take one after the other, please. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. My question was for Letitia Perez. I had a...
Sir, could you please state your name and spell it for the record, please?
Beg your pardon?
State your name and spell it for the record.
I'm sorry about that. Freddie Hogan Jr. Hogan spelled H-O-G-A-N, and Freddie with the I-E at the very end, Jr. at the end of Hogan. I'm here to address a tax issue, and I wanted to speak with her because I had set up an appointment with her chief of staff, Kristen Romo, and I didn't have but 2 minutes, and I wanted to address her to ask her if she could attend that meeting that I was going to have with him at 10:30 tomorrow. It is crucially important because my tax issue here has to do with my property, which the mortgage company is getting credit for the taxes, and the Kern County Tax Office did not post my property taxes like they were supposed to, and these people here are on the 23rd got my property up for sale, and there's a whole lot of fraudulent situations going on. I went to Kern County Sheriff Department and got absolutely nothing done from them. And so I was going to ask her, and this is what I was going to show her chief of staff. Well, he already has copies of the taxes where I paid them, and they're asking for $12,000 more in what was, I assume, a phony escrow, and got my property up for sale because of that. I paid $4,000 already in taxes to Kern County Tax Office, and the taxes are due in April again this year. And I can't see myself giving these people here that claim that they paid the property taxes, which they did not, giving them $12,000 more for them to take my property off of this here, whatever this foreclosure procedure that they have going on.
Understood. Well, I appreciate you being here. I believe, if I heard correctly, that Supervisor Perez was feeling a little ill, so unfortunately couldn't make it this afternoon. But
okay,
but if you could, I believe her staff is probably in her office up on the 5th floor, and if you wanted to go up to the 5th floor and go by her office, I'm sure they'd be willing to help you out. And
all right, because like I said, I have a meeting with Kristen Romo tomorrow at 10:30. I just wanted to ask her if she could join us in that meeting that I was going to have with him, so I can show her the necessary papers and everything that she needed to know, which I've given some of the stuff to him, but not the most important.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind just going up to the 5th floor and running by her office, I'm sure they'll help you out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would. They see enough of me.
Well, thank you.
God bless you all.
You as well. Next speaker, please.
Hello. My name is Richard Alford. It's R-I-C-H-A-R-D, A-L-F-O-R-D. I'm here about a lien that they're trying to put on a piece of property that I own in Lake Isabella. Your code enforcement has become pretty aggressive. I had violations written on vehicles that were on the property. I was living in another county, and they were taping all these notices to the fence that I put up, so I wasn't aware of some of these dates. I've never been able to see face-to-face with any of the code enforcement people. I've gone to their office. I've been here twice for 4 hours at a time trying to talk to somebody about what it would take to get the procedure started to be able to build a place. I'm a cancer survivor, okay? I almost died 8 years ago. I saved my money working from a job that was a security guard, okay? I'm a plumbing contractor. I owned $1 million home and lost it. I lost a bar and restaurant. And now these people are trying to screw with me over a $17,000 piece of property, okay? They're gonna try to add $5,000 to my taxes, okay? I asked him to update all the information. I asked Roland is the contact that I had from the code enforcement. I asked him to upgrade my emails. I gave him 2. I gave him my phone number. I gave him my address where I was staying. They ignored the whole thing. They kept taping notices to my fence. The only reason I got this notice is because I drive by there, okay? I want a cease and desist order done on this. I'm gonna go after the county because of this. This is, with the Chevron deference, I don't think they have the constitutional right to be able to use this against me, to be able to add permit fees and property tax to my property, okay? So I don't know what I've got to do that. I tried to get a hearing from the supervisor of code enforcement, and they denied it. And there's emails from that. I want to request all the information for everything that they've ever contacted me with, okay? And I want it to where I can actually see it besides something with duct tape that was taped to my gate.
Understood. So, a lot to unpack there. Was this an item that was on today's agenda?
They told me to be here today, otherwise they were gonna put the lien on.
Okay, I think that was the item that we voted on previously. Or the director here of.
They told me to be here at 2 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, that was the first item that we voted on, was on this section of items. Could we just have you take a seat for just a minute? I'm gonna see if I can try and get you some answers. Could I ask Director Champlin to shed some light?
Joshua Champlin, Public Works Director. I want to apologize to the gentleman here because we did send out notices for this hearing today. However, we did remove that from the agenda. We had some technical difficulties earlier in this process getting this on the agenda, so that was not heard today. So
Okay.
we did not move forward with that action. Your board did not move forward with that action today.
Understood.
We'll continue to work with him and see what can be done for him. I think this is in response to inoperable vehicles and violations on the property as reported to us, and so we acted on these, and so.
Understood.
We'll work with him and try to find some resolution here.
That would be great. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Any other members of the public that would like to speak?
Good afternoon. My name is Larissa Myers-Arthofer. Would you like me to spell the last name for you? MYERS-ARTHOFER. I did arrive a bit late, so I'm unsure if you guys have already spoken about this. I'm here to bring up a topic of, I'm in Dustin Acres, and the county is wanting to build a road over a property of a very close family friend of ours. And I've written a letter to read out today, if you'll allow it. Okay. Dear members of the Kern County Board of Superiors, I am writing as a longtime resident. I've lived there a majority of my life. I'm almost 21 years old. I've lived there for about 15 years, going on 16. I'm here to formally express my concern regarding the proposed construction of a new road through our small country neighborhood, and I respectfully urge the board to reconsider the project as it appears unnecessary and may negatively impact the safety and character of our community. Dustin Acres is a very small residential area, as you may know, with a total population of approximately 628 residents as of 2023. It is a very close-knit and rural neighborhood where traffic volume has historically remained low and manageable. Introducing this new roadway into this environment would quite significantly alter the nature of the area where there is no demonstrated need for it. As I have previously stated, it is our close family friend in which their property would have to be renovated in order to build this new road. And that would place a very hefty financial burden on this woman. She is, I believe, 85 years old, as my mother told me. But I don't ask. It has been suggested that accessibility concerns justify the construction of this road. However, evidences indicate otherwise. There was a barricade that was temporarily blocking the intersection of, I believe, Turbo Street and Carousel Avenue by an individual homeowner blocking off their property. But I do not know this as a fact. I've heard this by word of mouth, though, that the fire department has already resolved this issue with this individual. Additionally to that, there are some digital mapping systems that do not reflect this ongoing street, which may have contributed to a bit of confusion there.
So if I could interrupt you for just one moment. So I apologize, but we do have a 2-minute time limit during these that we do hold people to. And I do appreciate your comments. And I think as this area is in Supervisor Parlay's district. I think he wanted to provide some comments.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, it falls within District 2, and I'd like to call up the planning director just to comment on this. And I believe we already voted on this item 2.
Yes, good afternoon, Craig Murphy, Director of Planning and Natural Resources. I believe the item that she's referring to was item number 4 that you considered on your consent calendar today. Although I think there's a little confusion. The department was not proposing to build a road. The request was to actually vacate an existing road, an existing public easement that ran through that property owner. So your board took action to officially vacate the existing roadway. So now it'll get to stay the way that it is currently. So I believe there was a little misunderstanding in terms of what the request was. The applicant was here after you took your item on consent. They all left, but the action has been taken to vacate the public road, meaning there will be a road that will no longer go through that particular portion of the property.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And I just want to thank you for coming and sharing your comments, and hopefully that addresses your concerns. Our next speaker, please.
My name is Mike Guillen from Mojave, Guillen. I was also here for agenda item, but I was told that we were going to be called up by, I guess, addresses or whatever it was. So,
I'm
so
sorry.
do I talk to Josh Chaplin again, or what do I do now?
I'm not sure. Is there? Do you know which agenda item it was that you were wanting to?
It has no item. It just says 2 o'clock, February 10th, 2020.
Did you receive a notice in the mail to appear?
I didn't receive it. I got it direct from the property itself.
Okay, so Josh.
I'm just an interested party. I'm not the owner of the property.
Yeah, so Josh spoke to that earlier, that was going to be on the agenda for today, and it was not on the agenda for today. So they sent it out saying it was going to be on today's, and it's not.
Okay.
Yeah. If that's the same item you were referencing, there were some issues that they weren't able to get that agenda, so it's not being voted on today.
Okay, so I'll talk to Josh.
But Mr. Rojas here might be able to meet with you and
Thank you.
help address that. Thank you. Are there any other members of the public that would like to speak?
I'm sorry, I did want to make the quick comment that typically a notice is mailed out that the hearing has been canceled. In this case, these are folks that are bringing in things that were posted, so they may not have received something in the mail. I just wanted to make that clarification.
Understood. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next speaker, please.
Hi, sorry, I'm back. Hi again, board. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Thomasina Rivers, and I just have one thing to say today. Well, this afternoon, please allow. You can start the time if you want. My name is Thomasina Rivers, Tomasena, last name Rivers, Rivers. All right, where are we? Here we are. Okay, so what I have here today is a receipt that I sent a 2-day notice to the county of Kern here. So here I'm supposed to say, good afternoon. For transparency and procedural clarity, I want to note that I formally served a notice of appeal on the county council earlier today. Regarding this matter, I respect the appellate process now underway and understand the merits belong before court, not this board. My purpose here is simply to ensure the county has proper notice and that the record reflects my continued good faith and compliance with the legal process. Thank you for your time. So I'm here today to see if they did receive it.
Okay. This is just providing comment, so
Okay,
we'll
no
take
problem.
that comment.
No,
and share it with-
that's what he said.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You as well. Any members of the public like to speak? Okay, seeing none, we're going to close this portion of the public presentations. And we'll move to item number 2, which is board member announcements or reports. Are there any comments or questions from the board? Okay. Having no additional items to consider, I will entertain a motion to adjourn to Tuesday, February 24th at 9 a.m.
Motion.
Thank you. We're adjourned.